Hey, everyone. Hey, everyone. My name is Precious Williams, and welcome back to the Keeping It Real with the Killer Pitchmaster show. I am your proud host, Precious Williams, and I'm so glad that you're here. So, what's going on with today's episode? We're going to be talking about hashtag true tea. Controversy creates drama and sales. Now, I know that sounds like a pretty crazy topic, but I remember I used to watch WWE, World Wrestling Entertainment, and Eric Bischoff wrote a book called Controversy Creates Cash. And I always liked that title, even if it just sounds really icky or anything, but it is so true. And when it creates cash, that means it's creating sales. And so, what is the WWE? It is wrestling entertainment. It's bringing together heels and faces. It's changing people's personalities on a dime. It is getting people, the audience, interested in what you're doing. It's having people who were formerly, the bad guy, turning them into the good guy, and constantly keeping people on their toes, right? And so today, hashtag true tea, controversy creates drama and sales. So we're going to talk about, is controversy by creating drama, does that help with sales for entrepreneurs, regular everyday entrepreneurs? Does it also help with speakers? Yes, it does, if done correctly. So in case this is your first time watching me, my name is Precious Williams. I'm the proud founder and CEO of Perfect Pitches by Precious. I come here every Sunday unless I'm in a speaking engagement or out of town. And I'm here with the Keeping It Real with the Killer Pitchmaster show. I am the Killer Pitchmaster, a 13-time national elevator pitch champion. And I love to talk about all things when it comes to pitching, speaking, communication skills, you name it. Not only am I a 13-time national elevator pitch champion, I'm a 3-time #1 best-selling author of Bad Bitches and Power Pitches for Women Entrepreneurs and Speakers Only series. So I have 3 books. 2 of them are reviewed by Forbes magazine. They've been #1 bestsellers, billboards in Times Square. So I'm not someone who just talks the talk. I walk the walk. I'm also a booked and blissful international professional speaker or corporate trainer for big companies like Google, LinkedIn, Microsoft, and now Yelp, banks, financial services companies, and real estate companies. And I've been speaking professionally since I was 16 years old. So today, and like every Sunday, we don't give you fluff and BS here. But I also come here to, bring some things that are happening in popular culture and show how they can impact your speaking career. So if you are here as my esteemed guest, I respond to every comment that's out there. And I want to know who's in the room today. So if you're watching, whether you're on Facebook, if you're on YouTube, if you're on LinkedIn, please put your name in the comments, what company you have. Don't give me the pitch yet. Your name, the name of your company, if you're a speaker or an entrepreneur or aspiring, and what about this particular topic really brought you in today, right? And so, as I said, this is true tea. And there are usually 3 topics I bring up here. There's hashtag true tea. We get in the down and dirty about what really goes on behind the scenes. Hashtag speaker tales. That's all about tales from the trenches of being a professional speaker, not a public speaker, a professional speaker. And then, so we have rock the mic, hashtag speaker tales. We have hashtag true tea. So being that I love to rock the microphone, being like, do you remember when, what is her name? Lauren Hill had defecating on your microphone. That was bringing drama because it's like, dude, you're not even on my level. When I speak, your microphone, you don't even exist. And so being able to go up against the best, not being afraid, from being on Shark Tank, CNN, Wall Street Journal, Forbes magazine, movies and documentaries around the world. I'm just that little girl from St. Louis, Missouri, who had a big dream and I wanted to go for it. And as Joe Osteen always says, in the natural, it made no sense because you're in St. Louis, right? I'm not a model. I'm not a singer. I'm not a dancer. I'm not all these things. Yet I knew I was supposed to be big time. And I knew that when I came to New York, I came here to be, y'all remember Wham? Make It Big, that first album, Make It Big. That's what I came here to do. And I'm proud to say that my dreams have come true. And I don't know about any one of you. If you're struggling in your business, if you're struggling in your speaking business, that is why we have Keeping It Real with the Killer Pitchmaster. Because I'm not going to give you fluff and BS. I'm going to tell you what it really takes to become successful and how to really build connections, how to get VIPs to reach out to you. How do you get paid speaking engagements? I want to know. Anybody want to know where the money reside? Where the money reside? Where the money reside? Where the money reside? If y'all want to know where the money reside, type it in the comments. I want to know where the money resides. And so that's what we're talking about today. Hashtag true tea. Give me that. What? I ain't got tea today, but I got me some water. Y'all want to sip? Let's sip this water. Hashtag true tea. And I'm going to give it to you raw. And y'all know I always have my cup. This is my teacup. Pitch, please. Always staying on brand, okay? So if you are here, I'm going to go into the comments very, very shortly when I see more comments. But we're going to get into it today. It is Sunday. I'm so excited. And we're going to be on the hashtag True Tea. Controversy creates drama and sales. Do you believe that? Yes or no? Type in the comments. Do you believe yes or no? Again, if you're watching right now, type your name your company if you have one, if you're a speaker and entrepreneur, and what might have brought you here today. What might have brought you here? Are you excited about the topic? Are you like, or am I really going to go there today? Yeah, I really, really am. I think it's very, very important to tell the truth, because sometimes we watch the TikTokers, we watch these influencers, and they're always in trouble or whatever, and we wonder, how does that work for them? Can it work for me? Depends on how you do it, right? Depends on how you do it. So I'm going to go into the comments right now, and let's get it popping. Hey, Tina. Hey, love. How are you, girl? You know I got something in the mail from you. Thank you, my queen. Love you. Glad you're here. Charles. Bellipoc Travel Agency. The middle conversation. 2 steps past accepting the invitation. LaCharles, can you talk about the LinkedIn process? Well, today's episode is on hashtag True Tea. Controversy creates drama and sales. If I have time later, I will, but I'm focused on the topic we're talking about right now. I'm not sure what you mean by the LinkedIn process. So you can explain that a little bit better. But overall, we're going to focus on this particular topic and not go off on tangents until I've completely exhausted this. Okay, LaCharles? So glad that you're here. Tina, entrepreneur, upcoming speaker. I'm here to see the legend. Love you, queen. Okay. Sorry, I have to sneeze. It wants to keep coming and going. So for those of you who are here for the first time, I am Precious Williams. I'm the Killer Pitch Master, 13-time National Elevator Pitch Champion. If you are looking to step up your game when it comes to pitching, whether that's your elevator pitch, your media pitch, your investor pitch, your speaker pitch, your sales pitch, or your interview pitch, I've created a free quiz called What's Your Next Pitch Power Play. If you go to this site, pitchingforprofit.com, while I'm in the middle of doing this live episode, go take my free 6-question quiz. Once you take it and you answer the questions, which are very, very quick, you get a free customized report that'll tell you, through the algorithms doing their thing, it'll tell you how to start pitching better, right? So whether you want to pitch to the VIPs, whether you want to pitch to media, whether you want investors to invest dollars in your company, how do you improve your sales pitch? Go and take that quiz. Queen Tina, put that in the comments so that people can just easily click on it and they can go there. So who is ready? Who's ready? Who's ready? I want to see in the comments. Who's ready for hashtag True Tea? Controversy creates drama and sales. Type yes already in the comments, okay? Let me know. And again, if you want to take my free quiz, here you go to pitchingforprofit.com. You can take it all while I'm talking. I'm not offended at all. It's called What's Your Next Pitch Power Play. Since very few people know how to successfully pitch themselves, their business, their brands, their books, their products, or services, so they become bestsellers because they really stand out in the crowded marketplace. That is why it's important that today's episode is all controversy creates drama and actual sales. It really, really does. And it's not just for TikTokers. It's not just for young people. It's not just for influencers. And I don't mean controversy like just being crass for the sake of being crass. I mean making people stand up and really pay attention to you, right? And so please take my free quiz at pitchingforprofit.com. Okay, so let's go into hashtag True Tea. Controversy creates drama and sales. So let me ask this question. Do y'all believe that controversy can create drama and sales? Yes or no? Do you think it can? Why or why not? Here's some of the things I want you to think about. Is this true? Is it only true for certain people? I want you to think about something. Have you ever noticed when every new season of the Kardashians comes out, there's always this drama involved? It's to get you excited about what's coming on for the new season. Somehow this happens, this happens, this happens. All of a sudden, well, it's all calculated. It's all calculated controversy to get you all excited, to get you upset, to get you what's going to happen in the first episode, what's going to happen on this episode. Or when you think about album rollouts, right? Think about when rappers come out with albums or singers come out with albums. What usually pops up? You think about Lil Nas X when he came out with what is that song? Industry Baby. And he was in there, and I think he had new dancers and stuff like that, or whatever. It's supposed to, get people upset. It's supposed to get people inspired. And then he had the nerve to come later and have like this nude version, but it never played. But it got people interested because he knew people will always say all of these things about political correctness and stuff like that. But deep down, we love drama. Think about when there's an accident on a highway. What do people do? You have to slow down just because everybody else is slowing down, but people want to see what it is. So the police all show up. People are looking outside. We love drama. Don't let people fool you. You love it. You just don't want it in your own life, but you love to watch it in other people's lives. Why is that important? Can I keep it a buck with y'all? Why do you think gossip magazines, why do you think Star, Inquirer, not even just them, but you hear so much about celebrity gossip these days? You hear more about celebrity gossip than you do about regular business news. Why is that? Because regular life is boring. Regular life is mundane. Regular life makes you feel like, man, everybody's living this life. They walking with Birkin bags. They own yachts. They traveling here and there. And here I am stuck in a place I don't want to be. So now I'm dreaming of this. So now I'm dreaming of that. But I'm glued to their lives without knowing that could happen in your life, right? I'm not saying everybody needs to have a yacht. Everybody needs to have a Birkin bag. But what I am saying is giving you something to aspire to and keeping you glued on what they're doing. So you take the eye off of your business, your brand, your book, your product, your service, and your message that people still need to hear. But because you're so busy over here wondering about what Megan Thee Stallion is doing, you're over here wondering about Prince Harry and Meghan, you're over here wondering about all this other stuff. You have things in your life that you can create. You can have people interested in you. But see, these media companies and everything, they know that people are bored. They know people are unhappy. They show goals with people who have relationships that are nothing like that. It's just a snapshot in time. Why is that important for you to know? Because as you're creating your business, your book, your brand, your product or service, so you're rolling out something new, you want to stand out in a crowded marketplace. You want people to see you as top of mind. You do. So raise your hands or put out if you feel like, how many people feel like they're seen in the marketplace, that their ideal clients can see them? Yes or no? Just say yes or no, right? And I'm going to go to every comment. Y'all know I will. But these are very important questions to ask. Because as you're watching the Les Browns, the Tony Robbins, the Lisa Nichols, the Dr. Cheryl Woods, the Sean Fairs, all of these great speakers, why are you watching them? You love to see how they move. You love to see the speaking engagements they have. You love to see them on stages. You love to see all of that. But that can be for you too. The reason why I'm doing this particular episode on #TrueT, controversy creates drama and cash, is because they know how to keep you coming back. So and I'm not talking about the speakers. I'm talking about like magazines and all the celebrity gossip, because if your eye is off of what you could be doing, you're focused on them. You're giving money to them. Where your eyes flow, where your heart flows, the energy flows. That's where your money flows too. So instead of focusing on your business and how you should be standing out in a crowded marketplace, how you could be utilizing controversy to really stand out in a crowded marketplace, you're so busy getting caught up in what they want you to get caught up in. So why don't we flip the script and use some of those very same tactics, techniques, and skill sets to build up your business, your brand, your book, your product or service? Why don't we do that? Are you afraid to add a little drama, energy, and intensity? Because I'm not afraid. If you notice one thing about me, y'all know I change my hair. I change my hair like I change my underwear. I change it all the time. 2 days ago, I had like twisties and braids. Today, I have red hair. Probably by Wednesday, we're going to change up again because I have a speaking engagement in New Jersey from Thursday to Sunday. Why is that? My brand is about celebrating difference. I don't want to look like anybody else. I don't want to move like anybody else. I like to show y'all things that other people won't show you. I like to talk about the things behind the scenes that people are so afraid to talk about. I like to talk about my backstory because there are people out here waiting to, I think some of us are afraid that people will bring out tea on us. Baby, bring it, because I got the tea. Listen, I'll tell the tea before you will. And in and of itself, that's controversial. It's controversial to admit the truth about yourself. It's controversial to actually stand in your own power and deliver. It's controversial that you don't want to look and sound like anybody else. It's controversial that I don't want a Birkin bag when I am the Birkin bag. Do you see what I'm saying? It comes to thinking about things very, very differently, right? So you can sit here and look at influencers, or you could become the influencer. I signed my first influencer contract when I was 41 years old. I wasn't 15. I wasn't a TikToker, and it was for a lingerie company. Many of you know I had a lingerie company called Curvy Girls Lingerie before. I never thought that when that company died in 2016 that I would have an influencer contract with another company. But do you know why? Because they knew that when I spoke, it moved people. And I actually wear their lingerie. Think about that. How would they have found me? How would they have known that? So think about it. How are y'all feeling about this so far? Can controversy create drama? So we're going to talk about some ways that's true, right? But we already talked about how when albums roll out, there's always this. The Kardashians, when they come out with a new season, or when Love and Hip Hop or all the reality shows, there's always controversy. Y'all saw that when Jocelyn Hernandez, and it's not that I watch these shows, but I'm not hating at all. What I'm saying is it gets people to watch rather than sit here and get upset about your life and you drink your life away. You're glued to the television. What if you were glued to your business and drumming at the same noise, buzzing energy for yourself? You'll have people glued to you. Am I right or wrong, y'all? Am I right or wrong? So I'm going to go into the comments right now. And then I want to show you how controversy in creating drama can also create sales for you. If you want to know how controversy can create sales for you, put that in the comments. I want to know how controversy creates sales. Or you can put in there sales, because we're going to go in. Yes, ready. Y'all know how we do. So let me go into the comments right now. Hold on, y'all. Okay. So you all know that if you want to take my free quiz, pitchingforprofit.com, just go here and click on that link, okay? Tina put it in there again for you, okay? Tina, you keep putting it in. Okay, let me just make sure. I'm just going to go down. Tina says, yes. Facebook user says, yes. Facebook user, please let me know your name if you have your own business, if you're an entrepreneur or speaker. Tina says, you better say that, Queen. Love it, love it, love it. Facebook user, I am the influencer. I want to know. Yes. Okay. So just so we're clear. So let's go back. Let's go back. And so again, this episode is on #TrueT. Controversy creates drama and sales. Okay. So let's get back to it. So why is this important to know for entrepreneurs and even speakers that controversy can create sales, can create drama and sales? Well, number one, it truly helps you stand out. And we're going to talk about ways to do it right versus the ways to do it wrong, right? So when you create controversy and when you create drama, people naturally just want to know why. What are you talking about? What are you doing? And so it really helps you stand out. So in a sea of people who just want to fit in, if you want to stand out, bring some drama to what it is that you're doing. When I named my first book, Bad Bitches and Power Pitches, for women entrepreneurs and speakers only, I got so much pushback from people who said, why would you do that? That's not ladylike. Black women should never, da da da. And I'm like, I can sit here and listen to y'all, or I'm just gonna go out and do it. Because there are other people who look nothing like me who write books like Go to F to Sleep or You're a Badass and Making Money. I love these books because the title alone is controversial. What? Go to F to Sleep. I do need that on a nightly. What? Or You're a Badass and Making Money, or The Rich Bitch Chronicles. Like, think of that. So you're always going to have people who are going to hate on you. Use that to your advantage. You got to give them something to talk about. Do you hear me though? And by that title being Bad Bitches and Power Pitches, that's how Forbes came to me. Think about that, y'all. And it wasn't that I was going to talk about urban literature, or even if I did, it was going to be the best urban lit you ever read. Remember I told you I'm Red Danger today. Danger, Red Danger. When you see me, you know it's over. Remember that, right? So it helps you stand out. Number two, going against the grain. If everybody's saying this, do you believe that? Or do you have an alternative thought? Or do you have a different thought? What if you pose it out in the world, right? So maybe there was a time that everybody thought this, and now when the people thought the world was flat, and now they know it's round. You still have people who are still debating about that, and they're still having conversations about that now. That's still controversial. What do you think about conspiracy theories? People get mysteries, drama, intensity. People live for it because life is boring and mundane. Add some of that to your business. Back in the day, people used to think pitching was just for if you want to pitch to the media, you want to get media attention, if you want to be on Shark Tank, if you want to be in pitch competitions. Now y'all know every day you pitch already. And that's my message going all the time. You're always pitching. Are you pitching to the right audience? If you're not getting sales, is it because you're pitching to the wrong audience, or you don't have the right message, or you have the right message, but it's the wrong audience? Or is the language wrong? Or is it simply not enough people know you? So you'll have people who are lead generation specialists. You'll have people who did this and that, and they're in their zones of genius because they're going to see things you can't see. But for me, as a killer pitch master, being a 13-time national champion, my job was to go against people who just got formulas and thought that that was going to work. Because in real competition, it doesn't work like that, right? How many people have heard sob stories? And as sad as some of them are really for church. They don't help people move forward. So what is it about your story, or how you started your brand, or what's special about your brand that would attract your target market? And if you can attract your target market, other people are going to come too. So when I wrote Bad Bitches and Power Pitches, let me tell you something. As the fight went on about this title, I had to keep going. And when it debuted at #1, Ty Goodwin called me and said it's #1. I had no idea because I didn't expect anybody to buy it because I got so much stress about it. But then when people started to buy, the very people who said he wouldn't, now they're wondering why are people buying? Why is Forbes writing about it? I thought it was a bum book. Also, I'm Black on both sides, y'all. There's nothing ambiguous about me. Who would ever read a book by a Black woman who in business, who isn't known as Oprah, or who isn't a singer, a dancer, an actress, or any of those sort of things? I'm just in business. And I took Curvy Girls Lingerie from being a company no one believed in to truly pitching my way on Shark Tank, to having 7 clients successfully appear on Shark Tank, to now I'm teaching pitching at the biggest tech companies, financial services companies, banks, nonprofits, and foundations in the world. I'm still Black. Let me tell you something. Sometimes when you're the other or the minority or whatever, you have to run with that because they're going to tell you that you don't deserve to be here. If I don't deserve to be here, I'm looking for everybody who do because I want to go head to head with you. So I'm a fighter for real. I'm a fighter. And so I don't care who I got to go through. I'm coming. I'm coming. And I think that that comes from me being from the inner city of St. Louis, Missouri. Now, I know some people want to rewrite history and rewash my history. And, oh, you always had it. I did not. I did not. I fought my way here. Thank God the man upstairs gave me a second, third, and 55th chance to do this. Okay? So let's take it back to controversy creates drama. Do you all remember when there was a beef between Kanye West and 50 Cent when their albums were both coming out? And 50 Cent just knew he was going to win. And so they're going back and forth. Well, when it came out, Kanye swept 50 Cent. Why do you think that's true? Why do you think that? You could be braggadocious all day long. There was something different about Kanye. He wasn't rapping about the gritty streets. He was rapping about Jesus Walks. He was walking about through the wire, rapping through his jaw being wired after an accident. Like, I had so much respect for him. I was like, this man is rapping through a wire. You know, this man is talking about gold diggers. Like, he was so innovative. The college dropout. How many people rap about the college dropout? They're rapping about, man, I'm fighting drugs. He was like, I ain't got that kind of story. My mother has a PhD. So that's not my story. So his fight was totally different. His fight was for respect from being a producer to being a rapper. And then now, what is he? He's a billionaire. He's not just a rapper. He's a producer. He's a creative director. He's a designer. When he does things, the whole world shifts. You don't believe me? How many people do you know debut an album that's not even finished in a stadium? And people pay hella grip to see that and to see where he's going. They're paying for merchandise and stuff. But see, he's different at marketing. He's not trying to do what everybody else is doing. Then you think about Drake with Certified Lover Boy, right? He's still #1. #1. How many albums has he had, right? And these people have had the most #1s back to back to back. Controversy creates drama, which what increases sales. So what do we learn from that? What are we learning from them? They're doing something different in the marketplace. They're shifting culture. They're shifting culture. Are you shifting culture with your business? Are you talking about the same things everybody else is talking about? Or are you carving out a niche for yourself that you don't think has been addressed in the marketplace? Are you getting online and telling people? Are you, getting people enrolled in your vision? Are you being badass at what you do? Are you being a bad bitch? Or what do you have that really sets you apart? Right? And I want y'all to roll with it and think about it, right? So again, we care about controversy. We care about things that, get us upset, that make us happy, and things like that. If your message is falling on deaf ears, it's probably boring and mundane. If you're stating the obvious, it's boring and mundane. So what could you do to set yourself apart, right? So here's some of the things I want you all to think about. And before I begin, let me go to my comments. I'm going to share something else with you, and then we're going to go through this, right? So let me go to my comments. And again, for those of you who just showed up, this is hashtag True Tea. Controversy creates drama, which what? Increases sales. And so if you don't know, I'm the killer pitch master, Precious Williams, proud founder and CEO of Perfect Pitches by Precious. I created a free quiz called What's Your Next Pitch Power Play? If you go to this website, pitchingforprofit.com, you can take my free 6-question quiz. And as I'm talking, and after you get finished and you click submit, you'll get a free customized report that'll show you how to take your pitches to the next level for explosive sales, to get the clients, customers, and followers and rabid fans that you need to take your company truly into the stratosphere. If you're looking for where the money resides, step up your pitch game, please take my quiz. Let's go to see what's in the comments. Your voice does move people. You changed my life, and I love you for life for that. I want to know. Yes. Okay, Tina. Yes. The haters elevate you to the next level of your destiny. You better believe it. You better believe it. You better believe it. Okay, so let's go back. Let's go back. And for those of you who do not know, my website is www.perfectpitchesbyprecious.com. As the proud host of Keeping It Real with the Killer Pitch Master Show here every Sunday, I think it's so important that you all check out my website. I'm not telling you to go buy things, but just check out my website and see the depth and breadth that I bring to the marketplace. As a 13-time national elevator pitch champion, as someone who fought against homelessness, addiction, abuse, abandonment, torture, all sorts of things to be where I am today. The reason why I'm smiling is because when they said it couldn't be done, it has been done. And, you utilizing controversy, utilizing drama, energy, passion, and intensity, I've been able to step up my game and to become worldwide known for what it is that I do. Remember, business is not this popularity contest it looks like on Inc. Entrepreneur Fast Company. It's not. When you have clients and customers that are buying from you, count it all joy, because there's so many authors who write books that nobody buys. There's so many entrepreneurs who start companies that no one buys from. So when I come here every Sunday, it's really to take an in-depth look at something that we are forgetting, or that I want you all to pay attention to. So how can you add controversy and drama into spurring up excitement and intensity for what it is that you're doing? So we can definitely get started talking about that also. In addition, as you all know, I am a 3-time #1 best-selling author on pitching. And so why do I bring up pitching as a part of hashtag True Tea, controversy creates drama and cash? Well, if I didn't write the book Bad Bitches and Power Pitches, some of y'all would never have heard of me, and LinkedIn would never have given me my own LinkedIn Live show. I did not apply for LinkedIn Live, and I got this. Why? Because I bring the drama, the intensity, the humor, and the excitement. And when I tell y'all, I went from 500 connections to, I think I have over 24,000 connections in less than a year and a half. Mind you, I walked out of homelessness 3 years ago. So how was I able to do that? Controversy creates drama and sales. So when I wrote this book, I was proud that it was selling. I was proud that Forbes magazine wrote about it. And I was proud to have a billboard in Times Square. But like with anything else, people still wanted more. So then I wrote Bad Bitches and Power Pitches, the workbook. As soon as you understand the psychology of pitching, you need to know, have different prompts that show you how to create the killer media pitch, elevator pitch, sales pitch, interview pitch, elevator pitch. And you need to have them for different audiences. One pitch is never enough for all the audiences you're going to have to go in front of, whether you're sitting at Whole Foods or Trader Joe's or in an airplane, whether you're pitching in a competition, whether you're in someone's inbox or in mail on LinkedIn or in their messages. This is why you need these books. And finally, when you actually have your pitches together, this book, Pitching for Profit, the Bad Bitches Playbook to Convert Conversations into Currency, it is all about showing you how to build and rebuild your network. Too many of us are in the same networks that we're not growing, but we're comfortable. I want you to step out of your comfort zone and get into networks where people will be gladly promoting you and putting you in places you never even dreamed of. I'm telling you from experience. I went from, speaking barely to being booked and busy, to being booked, busy, and paid, to being booked and blissful. I never thought that I would be in big tech companies. I don't have a tech degree. I'm not computer science, data. Like, that's not me. But because I have the gift of speech and because I'm unafraid to go up against anyone in the world when it comes to any form of pitching, the fact that, television, people, places like HBO and magazines and media contact me for, my position on pitching and things like that. The fact that I'm a #1 bestselling author is because other people have heard me and they are pitching me in different places. In fact, just to give y'all a talk, last night I was at Melba's. Now, I don't know if you all know it. So I live in Brooklyn, but Melba's is that place in Harlem. It's a soul food restaurant that Prince Harry and the Duchess of Sussex, Meghan Markle, were at. And he had chicken and waffles and stuff like that. I didn't know that when I made a reservation for a woman who came from out of town from the White Sales Network, Joyce Johnson. She has White Sales Network. She came into town. I met a beautiful queen named Zoe Bogan, who I met in Indianapolis. Turns out she lives in Jersey. So we all met last night. It was like 5 of us. We all met at Melba's last night, and we were all chopping up. So it was bringing new connections together. We were all sitting there talking about, collaboration, working together, all sorts of things. Why did I do that? Why did I do that? People often say that Black women can't work together. Well, actually, we can. We all had complementary, but we all weren't the same. You know what I mean? And so we were all having fun. And when we came in, we were treated like royalty. I was like this. I said, oh, well, Prince Harry and Duchess of Sussex, Meghan, they declared the place so that we can come in too. Think about how we roll into a room. That was controversial. How do we just roll in like we're celebrities? Because that's how I always tell you, are you the Toyota or the Rolls Royce? That's controversial in and of itself. But I'm not afraid to take different positions, right? There are always going to be people who will tell you you're wrong, you didn't do this. I don't listen to people who are spectators. I listen to those who are in the trenches. If you've never done what I want to do, it's nice that you have an opinion, but I can only deal with people who've tried and maybe failed, or tried and succeeded and went against the grain. That's why I tell y'all, I'm on my Kanye every day. I'm not worried about what other people think about how I move. When I tell y'all, I make no apologies for how I move. I don't have a family that's going to take care of me. I don't have a man that's going to take care of me. I don't have children. So everything I'm still doing it to build a legacy so that my grandparents are never forgotten, so that my family who comes behind me knows I worked hard to fight my way out of battles, to make sure it's easier for other women and other men who forgot their brilliance. So when I tell you about true tea, controversy creates drama, and sales, let's get it. And so being a 3-time #1 bestselling author, if you really want to know how to really step up your game with pitching, I suggest you get my triple threat book bundle. I'll put the link in the comments. We are doing something in our back room right now. So if you get there and it doesn't allow you to, if it doesn't allow you to make a purchase or anything like that, just email me and say, hey, Precious, I want to make a purchase. Or you can just go on my website, www.perfectpitchesbyprecious.com, and you can get in contact with me, okay? So let's get into, again, let's finish up on the hashtag True Tea. Controversy creates drama and sales. Every week I come to y'all and I always talk to you all about creating your own lane. We all are in crowded marketplaces as speakers and entrepreneurs. There's not much that hasn't been done under the sun. So since there hasn't been anything new under the sun in a very, very long time, what is your unique spin on it? What's your unique spin? So here's some of my thoughts on how you can use controversy to your advantage as a speaker, as an entrepreneur, as someone who's aspiring to have the career that you want. Number one, I know people love to talk about authenticity, but I want you to celebrate being real. I want you to be real in a world that celebrates fakeness, right? So I'm saying be unafraid to be yourself, right? You're like, oh, that's not nothing novel. Actually, it really is. How many people do you know put on a mask when they show up on Zoom, or they put on a mask when you meet them in real life? When I was at the Sean Fair Leadership Experience Tour in Detroit last weekend, I'll never forget how many people said, "Oh my God, you're the same online as you are in person," which tells you what most people aren't. I celebrate being real because God gave me a second chance after my suicide attempt. I know some people are like, "Why would you even bring that up?" I bring it up because there's so many of us who are walking wounded, and we're afraid to tell our truth because we're afraid that people will walk away. Well, as someone who's hit rock bottom, I'm here to tell you that more people are struggling than you know. Most people aren't walking around with Birkin bags and on yachts, or they're pretending to be someone they're not. Be real. Celebrate being real in a world that seems to love fake everything. I don't have six pack abs. You hear me say it all the time, and I don't have a Brazilian butt lift. But I'm still wanted and I'm still treasured. I'm still an influencer in this space. Do you hear me? When you have international companies seeking you out, think about that. They didn't seek out a TikToker with my skill set. They didn't seek out a younger version of me. They sought out the 42-year-old version of me. And there's something that you're doing in your life, in your messaging, your brand, your business, your product or service that needs to come out. Share it with the world. Number two, create your own lane. What is your specific niche in the industry that you're in? And I want you to write it down and be very specific. What is your unique take on the industry? What is your unique take? What is your tagline for who you are? Y'all know I'm the killer pitch master. Here to what? Help you slay all competition with a what? Killer pitch. Some people are like, why you gotta use the word killer? Because that's what I want to use. That's what people respond to. I could do the art of the killer. That's not what I name my books. It's Bad Bitches and Power Pitches. I want to work with bad bitches, whether they know they're bad or they're coming out of the box that they created, a society created for them, and they want to stand out, and they don't want to be what everybody expects them to be, wife, mother, sister, and all. Maybe they want to be that bad bitch they always wanted to be but never thought that they could be. Maybe they want to write the definitive book on whatever. Maybe they want to start a company that people keep telling me there's no way you're a wife and a mother, just stay being safe. Fuck being safe. I'm not trying to be safe. I'm not trying to be safe in this place. People don't hire me for safety. They hire me to expose and explore and show them what they really want to do and hold their hand through the process. Because you're going to have a world that's going to come up against you. You're going to have bullies and haters. My thing is give them something to talk about, and people will be following you because of it. You ain't got to go back and forth. What did Lil Duval say? I ain't going back and forth with nobody. I'm living my best life. Smile, chick. Smile, chick. You got to do that. Keep your head up high, because they're going to want you to put your head down. They're going to want you to be average, random, or ordinary. Man, I'm not going to be average, random, or ordinary for nobody. If you did not like me before, you probably still don't like me. I'm okay with that. Some of us want to be liked. I don't know. I'd rather be respected, because it took a lot to get here. Respect the gangster of your experience. Respect the gangster of who you are. Let's get it. Don't be afraid to create your own path. Number three, don't be afraid to create your own path. If it hasn't been done the way you're doing it, do it. Who set the path for Oprah? Who set the path for Madam C.J. Walker? Who set the path for Latina Latinx month? Like, who set the path for a lot of people? Rita Moreno. Who set the path for Jennifer Lopez? Who set the path for Mark Anthony? Who set the path? Gloria Estefan. Like, who set those paths? They had to go out and chart it. They had to believe it could be done, and they went. And yes, people hated. People said this and that, and yet they're still here. You can't be afraid to be the first. You can't be afraid, or the third, and doing it your way. There's a difference between Oprah and Wendy Williams and Queen Latifah and Tyra Banks. There's a difference between Sally Jesse Raphael and Jerry Springer and Maury Povich. There's room for everybody. And they all come with their own drama and controversy. And you know what? It also, because there's enough pie for all of us. You don't have to covet anybody else's when you are so bomb and wonderfully created, fearfully made. What are we talking about? Number four, don't be afraid to face the truth about your past. Were you always not trustworthy? Did you make mistakes in your past? Are you afraid that people are going to reveal the skeletons in your closet? Oh, well, Visibility requires you to step up and step out. I'm not proud of everything I've done in my past. I'm not proud of the fact that I was an unwanted child. I'm not proud of the fact that I felt alone so much in my life. I'm not proud of the fact that I felt like I'm the rose that grew from concrete. I'm not proud of it, but I had to do what I had to do to be here. I'm not proud that I got kicked out of Georgetown. I'm not proud that I got disbarred as an attorney. I'm not proud of any of that. But if people are going to throw it in my face, I accept the reality of the situation. But while you're throwing it in my face and you're throwing people's mistakes in their faces and they keep going, remember that it's not about the perfect person that did it. It's the person with the flaws that did it. When you look at the Bible, those are real people who had really problematic past, and yet they were able to overcome it. I didn't realize people in the Bible were real. I was like, oh, these are stories. No, when you think about David and Goliath, think about only having a sling and going against like mountains. When I talk about facing the rising sun and walking towards that mountain as the sun is rising, I'm like, I'm facing the rising sun of a new day begun, a Negro national anthem, because I'm going forward no matter what happens. It ain't gonna be pretty. It ain't gonna be filled with Birkin bags and yachts. That's part of the journey, but that's not the whole journey. It's picking myself up off the floor. It's looking at liquor bottles now and keeping moving. It's walking past liquor stores and not even acting like they exist. I'm almost 5 years clean and sober. Throw it in my face. I was a drunk alcoholic and that I made a fool of myself in front of people years ago, or that I squandered opportunities. I'm not squandering them today. What we talking about? Were you talking about me being homeless? Were you talking about me being less than trustworthy person years ago? I know a lot of people who are like that, who are not who they used to be, thanks to God's grace and mercy. Don't be afraid. I think number 5, don't be afraid to change up your looks and your offers. Don't be afraid. If this isn't working, change something up. I used to be afraid to really be me and to talk the way I wanted to talk. And I think it's important to just do what you want to do. You may find the tribe that fits your vibe doesn't want you to sound like everybody else. Number 6, create safe spaces for your clients and customers. When things do go wrong, can they contact you? You know, I have a woman right now, a woman I met in Indiana. She sent me a text message yesterday about how entrepreneurship is so hard, but she loves reading my posts because they're so inspirational. Do you know, when I woke up this morning and got it, I cried. I said, because I know what she's going through. I know what it's like when that phone doesn't ring. I know what it's like when things just aren't going well. You just keep going. Because as the great Ty Goodwin always says, when you step into your purpose, another woman can step into hers. Another man can step into his. Here's a novel idea. Number 7, actually practicing boundaries. So everyone can't have access to you. As you're building your business, you have to focus on your focus. As you're creating controversy and drama, as you're building your business, as you're working with different people, remember to stay focused. It's easy to get caught up with distractions or responding to this person who doesn't like this. Stay focused on the focus. Stay focused on your purpose and practice boundaries. Everybody can't be at you all hours of every day while you're getting your work done. Sometimes, like my phone, I have a phone, like my new iPhone. I don't even know how to cut the ringer on so it doesn't ring. So I just thug it out so I can get work done. And I'll deal with people when I can, but I can't answer emails rather than drop of a dime. If I'm in the middle of a keynote, I'm preparing, I'm getting all my stuff together to go to another state. Like, I need time, and I can't have everybody trying to tell me I'm on your timetable. I don't have a job. I don't work for anyone. So creating healthy boundaries and working and doing what I need to do to make sure that I service my clients and customers in a way that engenders faith. You know what I mean? Number 8, teaching clients, customers, and prospects how to treat you. When things go wrong, and they do, like we're going, our whole back end is changing. There's some kinks and stuff like that. And people have been writing me, and some of them were angry, and I just, kept it a buck. We're changing up things, and I apologize because my skill set isn't technology, but there are going to be kinks as you grow and as you change, and to believe that everything's going to be perfect is a problem. When Microsoft makes changes, when Google makes changes, when banks make changes, it's not all seamless. There's times to iron out kinks. And so I'd rather face head on and say, hey, I'm sorry. This is what's happening. Please give us a little time. And people have been so receptive because I'm dealing with it head on. I've had people say, hey, I didn't get this. I didn't get my book in the mail. I've mailed thousands of books. I've had receipts for everything, but I can't go through every receipt. So sometimes what I've just bit the bullet and just said, hey, I'm going to send you another one. I don't go to the post office I used to in my community because I believe there's something happening where some of my books aren't going places, even though I have the tracking. To keep the peace, I've sent it, and and I know the people have paid for it. So it's not like I know these people are lying, but I'm taking it upon myself. I accept responsibility even when the post office has just left me hanging. And now I'll go to a different post office in a different neighborhood where I know things are getting there safely, where I take a picture of the actual receipt as it's done. I show pictures of me actually with their packages so that they know I ain't got a reason to lie to you. And they love it because they're like, oh, you're a woman of your word. Yes, because there was a time when I wasn't a woman of my word. There was a time. But if I tell you I'm going to send it, you paid for it, I'm going to send it to you. I've made mistakes and I'm owning up to it. I've had clients from way back when who want to work with me now because it's like there's a difference in you. They didn't let the controversy stop them from working with me. They were just watching me all this time to see if I'm really who I say I am. And finally, what's controversial? Actually delivering on your promises. As a speaker, keynote speaker, breakout speaker, as an entrepreneur, are you delivering on what you say you will deliver? Sometimes you get over delivered, but are you delivering on those promises? When y'all come here every week, I don't dial this in. Y'all see, I write out what I'm going to talk about. Y'all know I don't play. I write out. When you see all of this, I write out because it's important that we follow a structure. It's important that you all know I take time with my craft. Just like when I wrote my 3 #1 best-selling books, I had a book coach, a publisher who took care of a lot of things, but I still had to write it. That means I had to come to the table. That means some things had to be switched around. So delivering on your promises. As a speaker, as an entrepreneur, when they get something, is it going to work the way it is? Can they contact you or your team to make sure that they're doing it right? Deliver on your promises. That's as controversial as it gets because a lot of people will sell products and services or online courses that do nothing but just, it's very much fluff. So give them something to come back to. And that's what we do every Sunday at the Keeping It Real with the Killer Pitchmaster show. I hope I'm delivering real content, stuff that you're not going to get anywhere else. I'm not Gary Vaynerchuk. I'm not Tony Robbins, Les Brown, or all these people. I'm Precious Williams, and I'm proud to be me. And I think that that's controversial in itself. I don't want to be anybody else but me. And I don't want you to be anyone else but you. So if you want to talk about the hashtag True T, controversy creates drama, but it also creates sales. Daring to be yourself in a world that wants you to be somebody else. Delivering on your promises, practicing boundaries, self-care, actually showing up the way you say you're going to show up. Going against the grain. If everybody says this, what's your vision moving forward? How do you enroll them in that vision? What are your social media posts saying? Are they engaging? Do they make people think? Do they make people upset? Do they make people like, what are you doing? Because the more that you can excite, engage, titillate, the more that you can have people on both sides, that's when you know you're doing something. But if it's boring, no one's catching on, add a little drama. You can actually take what somebody else is saying and go against it and then have a healthy spirited debate about it. It makes people come to you. Do you see what I'm saying? Let me know for you all which one of the things I brought up in True T, controversy creates drama and sales really sticks with you. What really resonates with you? And if you're just coming on now, I am Precious Williams, the proud host of Keeping It Real with the Killer Pitchmaster show that's live every Sunday here on LinkedIn Live, unless I'm out of town or I have a speaking engagement at this time. And so for me, every time I come on here, I want to give you something that you can sink your teeth into and that you can follow up with me about. Okay. So let me know in the comments, what did you feel about today's episode? What are questions that you may have right now? And while you're doing that, don't forget, I have my free quiz I'd love for you to take at pitchingforprofit.com. It's called What's Your Next Pitch Power Play? As a killer pitch master, I'm a 13-time national elevator pitch champion, and I love teaching you all about the art and science of the killer pitch. I want you all to slay all competition, no matter how big or how low, how VIP or how novel something is. I don't want you all to be afraid. I want you to be like, what? Challenge. Oh, you got a challenge? Come with it. I don't run afraid from anybody. I don't care what your title are. I don't care. I really don't. Because I like to fight. I like to be on stage. And I like to show you why I ain't about that fluff and BS. I'm going to give it to you as real and as raw. I'm going to give it to you in a way that just, I'm not trying to be like anybody else. Okay. So let me know in the comments what resonated with you all. I'd love for you all to take my quiz. What's your next pitch power play? If you all are interested in my triple threat book bundle, I'll put the link. I'll put the link here. It's a bit.ly link. So my triple threat book bundle, Bad Bitches and Power Pitches for Women Entrepreneurs and Speakers Only, which gives you the psychology behind all forms of pitching so that you understand, are you unstoppable? Are you ruled by power? Are you creative? Are you funny? Are you mysterious? Are you flawed? Are you ruled by numbers? Because when you know what type of pitch person you are, then with my second book, I have different prompts so that you can write different pitches depending on your audiences that are perfect for you. And finally, when you need to build and rebuild your network to monetize it and to actually have people pitching you in places you never even dreamed of, this is Pitching for Profit, the Bad Bitches Playbook to convert conversations into currency. And for my men, just so we're clear, men have bought my books and find value in it. The reason why I focus on women, because I think as a woman between the ages of 35 to 59, you may be successful, but there's something else you're yearning to do. And I wanted you to have the confidence and the wherewithal that you don't have to look and sound like everybody else to make it. So I dare you and I challenge you to purchase my triple threat book bundle. I'm so excited that I've written 3 #1 best-selling books. My 4th, I'm starting on in December with Sharon Monet, #Pen Legacy. And also, for those of you who are curious about, what I offer, here's my website. Here's my website, www.perfectpitchesbyprecious.com. While you're there, you can get my books. You can see the one-on-one trainings that I offer, from my 2-hour laser focused pitching sessions to the killer pitch, an introduction to the killer pitch, Rockstar Confident, where I write multiple pitches for you, show you, develop a strategic plan to put you out there. And then, you can see my master classes, #booked and busy, the master class for speakers. So I have digital products where you can learn at your own pace. And so I really want you all to take advantage of what's on my website, whether it's free or whether it's paid. I want you all to take advantage of what I offer, because I think it's very important that as much value as I give you, I want you to see the testimonials that I have. I have over 170 testimonials on LinkedIn, from big companies to individuals who won pitch competitions, to those who've gotten 2-year corporate training contracts, to those who are booked, busy, and paid as speakers, to those who are booked and blissful, to those of you who appeared on Shark Tank successfully, to those who bring me in as keynote speakers for their events. And people, just write me afterwards, like, I love it. Can you send us more of your book bundles? I sell my books to companies, corporations, nonprofits, and foundations. And so that's always pleasing when they want to buy a whole case of book or a whole box of my books. And these are the things that I teach my clients and customers. So please check out my website, www.perfectpitchesbyprecious.com. And finally, if you all like my merchandise, here's the link. Like, if you like Pitch Please, if you like my cup, Pitch Please, if you like my pillow behind me, I don't know if you can see the pillow, but it's Pitch Please. I have mugs, cups, bags, all sorts of things that, for my Pitch Please store. So you can check out this website. I know my Queen Tina will put it in the comments. So if you love things that inspire you, that you're unapologetically, beautifully, authentically me, you want to be a bad bitch with a power pitch, if you want cool things that remind you of who you are, and show you that no matter what, you can come from the gutter and make it. You could be that rose that grew from concrete. If you came with connections and stuff like that, great. But if you didn't have it growing up, neither did I. And I built my way on up to being with Sir Richard Branson and Jack Canfield, Chicken Soup for the Soul, been in movies and documentaries, fly out like an Instagram thotty to teach and train on the art of pitching. In fact, this past week, I'm so proud to announce that I booked a speaking engagement with a university in St. Louis, Missouri, and that's going to be December. I also just booked a speaking engagement with a prestigious women lawyers group that's here in New York City, and I also booked a speaking engagement with a top Fortune 500 company. So I'm so excited. I'm booked up until 2022. So I'm excited about that, right? So even in a pandemic and economic downturn and social unrest, that's what's happening with me. I can tell you what's happening with my clients. So again, on Keeping It Real with the Killer Pitch Master, we keeps it really real. So I'm going to go into the comments right now, and if there are any links that you all need, you can type all links. You want all links, I will go in later on after this populates and put it in your specific under your name, or I can do a direct message to you. Also, if there's anything that y'all would want me to expand upon, are there any topics you love for me to talk about in depth? Whether you're a speaker, an entrepreneur, you would love for me to go in and give y'all the true tea, speaker tales, or hashtag rock the mic, let me know in the comments. And finally, if you know people who should be here every Sunday or who should watch this particular episode, put their names in the comments. I will not reach out to them, but tell them why they should be here on Sundays. Tell them why they should watch this particular episode. Now I'm going to go into the comments. If you need any links, let me know in the comments. If you want any topics you want me to explore, put that in the comments too. I'm going to the comments right now, and let me just make sure people understand that this is hashtag True Tea. Controversy creates drama and sales. So let's talk about it. Okay, Kimberly Clark. Hello and thank you, Precious. Hey, Kimberly, I'm so glad you're here, Queen. Kimberly Clark, tell them, Precious, Soldier Boy, tell them. Tina, being real all day. That's all I know how to be. Kimberly Clark, you are the smart and fearless. You are the best, Precious. I like the advice about online training. I've been doing this to learn, but will not go overboard. Love all your information. Much appreciated, Queen. Thank you. Thank you so much, Kimberly. I really appreciate that. Okay, Tina. So Tina is giving y'all the link to my merchandise. As you can see, perfect pitches buy precious myshopify.com. So if you like my cups and my mugs and all that kind of stuff, you can get it on my Shopify store. Kimberly says, meant that you are so smart and fearless. Tell them, Precious, all day. Thank you, Kimberly. Okay, and then let's see. Precious, have a wonderful and blessed day. Keep shining, Queen. Thank you, Kimberly. And finally, y'all, I thank you all so much for being here for the Keeping It Real with the Killer Pitch Master show. Thank you so much for being here on hashtag True Tea. Controversy creates drama and sales. And if you waited all the way to the end, I would love for you all to know this. If you have a company, a corporation, a nonprofit, or foundation that is looking to bring in a dynamic speaker for a keynote, or can deliver a particular type of sales training, internal, external communications, boundaries, intergenerational communication. If you want to show them a little bit of who I am, take them to this website, www.killerpitchmaster.com. And that is where you can go to book me or to inquire about my services, to lead a training, or to book me as a keynote speaker for your event, your conference, your summit. Please go to www.killerpitchmaster.com. And for those of you who know I should be speaking at your company, your corporation, your nonprofit, or foundation, please also go to killerpitchmaster.com to find out more about me and to be able to push that forward to the right people who will make a decision to book me as the keynote speaker or one of the speakers at your conference, summit, or anything coming up, especially for Black History Month, Women's History Month, Women's Business Month. Bring me in. Y'all know I love it. And finally, and I know I keep saying finally, I don't even know why, I'm doing a special offer. You all know I have a 2-hour laser focus pitching session. The original price is $2,497 for 2 hours with me. You walk away with a pitch that we perfected together. I write it, we perfect it together. The original price is $2,497. I'm doing a special offer. I'm going to do it for half price, and for one special person, I'll do it for a quarter of the price. I'm only taking 5 people for this. So if you're interested, or at least to learn a little bit more about that, type me in the subject line and go to this particular, fill out this form on my website, www.perfectpitchesbyprecious.com/contact. Put in special offer, and I will get back to you if that's something you want to try. If you want to just taste me and see if I really am who I say I am, if you want to see what kind of pitches I can create just like that for you, if you want to learn a little bit more about what I do, if you want a little more information about my Pitch Please boot camp that's coming up in November, Pitch Please, Pitch Please, reach out to me. So you can go to my website. You can reach out to me there. You can try me out on my special offer. You can get my books, whatever. Just reach out to me and let's see if we can work together. And if not, keep coming back every Sunday on the Keeping It Real with the Killer Pitchmaster show. I love, love, love you all. I think that it is wonderful what we do here every Sunday. And remember, this episode is hashtag True Tea. Controversy creates drama and sales. I'll finish with these comments and we'll be gone. Facebook user, yes, and Tina Williams, killerpitchmaster.com. Love you all. Have a great Sunday, everyone. Bye.